And when you do, take advantage of this great offer. It's 24 months of no payments and no interest financing. Plus, for limited time, they're taking 50% off installation on all window projects. Call the experts at West Shore Home now.
Okay, we're just a few days away from Halloween, but who says the kids have to have all of the fun? Dwayne Madden says no way, no how. He's here with the Hemp House, and they have got some Halloween treats and just kind of some fun things for everybody. Good to see you.
Thanks, Julie. Always good to see you.
So I was having a conversation earlier this week with folks from East Ridge. They're getting ready for their fall festival.
Yeah.
Your store on Ringgold Road, kind of your central store. So you're a part of the festival, right?
We are. We're booth 88. So if you get out on Saturday, come by and see us. We love doing the East Ridge events out at Camp Jordan. They bring in a huge crowd. Lots of great opportunity for us to get to meet our community. Maybe if you've got some questions or something, but you don't want to stop by, or you're always in a rush and you're out there, you can just come by the tent, ask us some questions. We'll have a lot of products set up out there.
What are some common questions that you get? I'm sure you hear it's like the same 3 or 4 all the time.
The biggest thing is the legalities. Everyone wants to know, is this completely legal?
What's the answer?
Yes, if you're getting it from us, it is. I can't speak for everybody in the industry, but we do a lot to make sure that the products that we sell are completely legal. Most of that's done by third-party lab testing. We use the lab right here that's in Chattanooga. So again, using local companies to help us out with our products and stuff. So that's the biggest thing is that. And then of course everybody wants to know, is it good for this, good for that? The 2 most common are going to be your anxiety and then the pain, the anti-inflammatory properties of it. So those are kind of our top questions right there. Is this legal? Will it help me with my pain, and will it help me with my...
And is your answer generally, this is what we see, we can't promise, but this is what we see?
Of course. I like to tell everybody, we get feedback from our customers. Over 5 years, October 14th was our 5th year anniversary, so we're real happy to be, around that long. And during that time, we've met some amazing customers, and they love to tell you whether your stuff is good or bad, and we pay attention and we listen. Thankfully, we get a lot of good compliments, and they like to tell us what it helps them with, what dosage they're taking. And we encourage that because, like I said, that kind of helps us talk to the next person about it. So, we're not promising you anything. We're not telling you anything that we're reading off the back of the bottle. We're letting you know what it's done for some of our other customers.
You were talking about the local manufacturing or whatever done here. You now even have your own line. We do, and it's manufactured over in Hickson, right at our Hickson location. We're attached to Little Tree Labs, a great vendor. They make some excellent products, and so they do our product line. And so, of course, we've got our tinctures. We do our mushroom capsules. We believe a lot in these, that these help a lot. There's no CBD or cannabinoids in those. And our Charlie's Chews, we love our dog treats. And of course, Charlie, towards the end of his life, was having hip issues, so we had these made specifically with glucosamine to help with the hip and joint issues in pets. You mentioned the Halloween fun, so I thought I'd open with that. But I hadn't really taken a look yet, but you did make them kind of cute. We've got some spooky treats, and those are from our good friend Lauren. She came on my show with you one time before, and so she's right here in Chattanooga, and she's doing an amazing job, and so she wanted to do something fun for the holidays. And of course, why not put the spooky eyes on there and make them some fun. You didn't bring it with you today, I don't think, but didn't you talk about listening to your customers and getting that feedback? Didn't you once tell me that people wanted things that were not always sweet? Yes. And that you have some salty things? As soon as I set this up, I was thinking about it. We didn't bring our Chex Mix. We didn't bring our granola. We have a couple of good options for, we have people that suffer from diabetes. If you have our diabetic customers that come in, and this looks delicious, but that's a big, glob of sugar right there. And a lot of people are getting health conscious nowadays. Right. So we definitely have the products that are covered. We have the CBD version, the Delta 8 THC version. So we can help you out with that for sure. As soon as I set that up, I was like, oh, we didn't bring any of the non-sweet stuff. But I'm going to step into territory where I might seem foolish. No, please. Because there's all the talk now about the rainbow fentanyl and the fear of that. Okay. Right? Yep, I'm sure you hear about that. I've read an article about it. So when I saw your colors here on your trees, that's where my mind went. And so when you were talking about how who you're using, sure, that's really important, isn't it? It is nowadays with the access that everybody has to almost anything. I mean, it is to make sure that what you're getting is what it says it is on the packaging, and no matter what it is, but definitely in the CBD industry, and that's why we like using our local suppliers. There's very minimal, there's very little room for error in those instances. There's not a big lab going on somewhere with a huge manufacturing operation. It's usually a handful of people, 3 to 5 people in there, and they're
very self-conscious of what they're doing.
Okay, I'm going to ask another foolish sounding question, but we do live in the world we live in. So for an awful lot of people, when you go to work, there's a drug test involved. You mentioned that everything you sell is legal. So if somebody comes to you and they're wanting to purchase something, but they want to make sure that it doesn't show up in a test, is that a right way to phrase it?
Oh, it is 100%. You know, and we can ask that question. We try to ask that question. You know, hey, if somebody comes in, they need something for pain, they've heard about this product from the neighbor. Well, if you've just heard about it, you know, do you need to pass a drug test? Oh yeah, I have drug tests at work. Well, then we need to look at these particular products over here because we know that they can pass the drug test for you.
Okay, so that was a fair question to ask.
Very fair question. Very fair, very common question as well. So, but yeah, very fair question.
And then you also have your staff trained to ask questions of your customers to make sure before they purchase to know about medications they're on and that kind of thing too.
Absolutely. So we've recently started doing a happy hour at a retirement center here in town. It's a lot of fun for us. And so, you know, you got to know those things. You've got to know what medication interactions are with CBD. Even though, you know, everybody thinks, oh, well, it's legal, I can buy it, it should be fine. That's not always the case. You know, there's definitely some medication interactions in there, and we try to stay very up to date on those lists so that we're very prepared for those questions.
Okay, so he has 4 locations around town for you to shop and enjoy, or you can just go to the East Ridge Fall Festival this Saturday.
Come out this Saturday. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Booth 88, you
Booth
said.
88, yep.
All right. But he's in North Shore, East Ridge, Ooltewah, and now in Hickson, hemphousechat.com. And by the way, you can place an order online and they will deliver.
Well, we do same-day local delivery. We've got a few stipulations, but those are explained on the website.
Love it. Thanks, Dwayne.
Thank you, Julie.
West Jewel Knife Trading Post is everything under the sun. Huge selection of vanities starting at $2.99. Unfinished cabinets, bases, and vanities as low as $71. Don't pay big box prices, but hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Jewel.